was talking about smoking. I said the devil really likes it if you smoke cigarettes, and he likes it even better if you smoke marijuana. And then I was going to get to smoking cocaine. I like to talk about booze too. I'm talking about smoking right now.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, so a lot of your famous artists started freebasing cocaine. There was a guy that was famous back in the 50s, 60s, by the name of Ricky Nelson. In fact, there was a TV serial, Ozzie and Harriet. That was his mom and dad, Ricky Nelson's mom and dad. Ricky Nelson had a few hits, Traveling Man and Garden Party, things like that. Well, you know, he was able to live off of that for a while. Then he ran out of money because he had this habit, this very expensive habit. So he thought, I'll go back on the road. And so he lined up some gigs. He got his agent to line up some gigs for him. And Ricky Nelson chartered an airplane and was flying to a gig. But there was one major problem with Ricky Nelson. Ricky liked to freebase cocaine. Yeah. So Ricky was up in the airplane about quite a few thousand feet, freebasing cocaine, and he had an accident. And the airplane caught on fire and blew up. Yeah, so I kind of wrote a little parody to it. It goes like this. Are you ready? I'm a freebasing man. I get high when I can. This is the Traveling Man, which is one of his hits. 30,000 feet. Well, we got a little high. Then the plane began to fry. Now I'm under the ground 6 feet. So he burned up. The airplane crashed. You can see the wreck in Lancaster, Texas, where that tornado went through. And then there was a very famous comedian named Richard Pryor. How many of you ever heard of Richard Pryor? Famous comedian back in the 70s and 80s. Now, Richard Pryor is African American, and the thing that he did that was really funny,
you forgot that
most of his...
You forgot to say that Ricky Nelson was European American.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, you singled out one guy for being a racial subset, and you didn't single the other guy out.
Oh, okay.
Just keeping it fair, that's all.
Okay.
I got a question for you. Have you ever smoked weed?
Yes, I used to smoke marijuana quite a bit. I used to deal pounds, and I did it so I could have my whole personal stash for free.
So why don't you sell pounds anymore?
I got saved, I got right with God, I got delivered and set free, and God had mercy on me, and I didn't have to do too much time in the slam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, anyway, Richard Pryor used to freebase cocaine. One day, Richard Pryor was in his mansion there in Hollywood. He's freebasing cocaine, and it got a little too hot. The ether caught on fire, caught him on fire. He goes running out of the house on fire with cocaine. So the devil really likes it if you smoke cocaine. Of course, today it's crack. They don't freebase today, it's crack.
Didn't God make the coca plant?
Well, the coca plant is here. You have to remember.
Yeah, I know it's refined and all that, but I'm talking about just the straight coca plant. He did put it on the earth, didn't he?
The earth is under a curse. See, we're living on a cursed earth. You can't take what's on the earth now and say that everything's okay for human consumption.
Well, of course not, but but that's
I mean, there's poison ivy, poison sumac, and poison oak.
But he did make them, though, right?
Why don't you? Yeah, he
put them here.
They exist on the earth as part of the curse. God allowed the curse to take over, and those things came with the curse. Thorns and thistles.
Would you consider high fructose corn syrup as a curse? or like maybe the suburban lifestyle that leads to a crass over.
Gluttony is a curse.
Yeah, it's a gluttonous lifestyle, I should say.
Gluttony is a sin. The fact that we live on a polluted earth, that's part of the curse. Because you got sinner men, and you got the animal kingdom that's all out of whack. See, in the Garden of Eden, there was no danger of any animals or insects or anything.
What do you think about?
Everything was in perfect harmony and coordination.
What do you think about? Wasn't Jesus just a Gnostic creation in order to explain Platonic views of the heaven from that time? He certainly wasn't. He came up through Gnosticism. At least
Greek Gnosticism conflicts with true biblical Christianity, Christian theology.
Yeah, but wasn't the Christian theology as we see today a human construct of Constantine?
That's Romanism. That's not pure Christianity.
But that's what is in the King James Bible. The decisions of Constantine and the priests around him.
You have to read a King James Bible. You can get they have copies of the original Greek manuscripts. You got a lot of the
it's true.
Hebrew.
You got the non-canonical Gospels. There's all kinds of Gospels that never made the Gospel.
Hey, you don't have to read the King James Bible.
Okay.
You can go back and study Greek and read the Greek. You can study Hebrew and read the Hebrew.
Cool. I got to go to class. Thanks for your time, though. Take it easy.
Well, anyway, the devil's really...
The devil's going to get that cigarette, man.
Better watch out.